My learned brothers and sisters, this is Advocate A.DEVMORARI, A.DEVMORARI, talking to you from Ahmedabad city, Gujarat state, India, that is far. Today I selected a very good topic from criminal subject, and it is from BNS Section 2023, Section 74. It deals with outraging modesty of a woman. Section 74 of BNS reads, I'll read out this section. Whoever assaults or uses criminal force to any woman intending to outrage or knowing it to be likely that he will thereby outrage her modesty shall be punished with imprisonment of his description for a term which shall not be less than 1 year, but which may extend to 5 years, and shall also be liable to fine. To outrage modesty of a woman. What constitutes an outrage to female modesty is nowhere defined. The word modesty is not defined. Previously, even in Indian Penal Code, even now in new law, that is BNS Section, it is not defined. But ingredients are there. Use of criminal force with intention and knowledge of outraging modesty of a woman must be made out. Intention to outrage the modesty of a woman under Section 74 of BNS. The essence of the offence is the intention on the part of the accused to outrage the modesty of a woman. The assault on a woman or causing hurt to a woman cannot constitute an offence under Section 74 of BNS. Intention is not the sole criteria of the offence, punishable under Section 74 of BNS 2023, and it can be committed by a person assaulting or using criminal force to any woman condition if he knows that by such act the modesty of a woman is likely to be affected. Ultimate test for ascertaining whether modesty has been outraged is whether the action of the offender is such as could be perceived as one which is capable of shocking the sense of decency of woman. If accused had fondled her breast to satisfy his carnal pleasure, it would amount to an offence under Section 74 of BNS 2023. And who is the best witness? The best witness in a case outraging the modesty of a woman is the woman herself. Victim of molestation and indignation is in the same position as an injured witness, and her testimony should receive the same weight. The essence of woman's modesty is her sex. The culpable intention of the accused is the crux of the matter. The reaction of the woman is very relevant, but its absence is not always decisive. Modesty in this section is an attribute associated with female human beings as a class. It is a virtue which attaches to a female owing to her sex. The act of pulling a woman, removing her sari, coupled with a request for sexual intercourse, is such as would be an outrage to the modesty of a woman. And knowledge that modesty is likely to be outraged is sufficient to constitute the offence without any deliberate intention having such outrage alone for its object. The difference between the offence to attempt to commit rape and to outrage the modesty of woman. What is the difference? In the case of attempt to rape, there could be some action on part of the accused which will show that he was just going to have sexual connection with the prosecutors. But in the case of outraging modesty of a woman, that is intended or was known to be likely to outrage her modesty, just short of rape. Thus, intention and knowledge of accused are ingredients of the offense under section 74 of BNS 23 and not a woman's feeling. There are certain points to be remembered. Use of criminal force as envisaged by section 74 of BNS need not necessarily involve physical force. Physical injury is not sine qua non, is essential condition for offense under section 74 of BNS. Verbal threat without assault or use of force will not amount to use of force or assault. Accused not liable to be convicted in such situation. In order to convict a person for an offense under section 74 of BNS, the prosecution has to prove that the accused assaulted or used to criminal force and that assault or criminal force was used with an intention to outrage modesty of a woman. The word modesty comes from the Latin word modestus, modestus, which means keeping within measure. The moral modesty of a woman is said to be the sense of shame or wastefulness that a woman feels when faced with any act that is intended to. Modesty, sometimes known as demuriousness, is a mode of dress and deportment which intends to avoid the encouraging of sexual attraction in others. In most countries, exposure of the body in breach of community standards of modesty as well as public nudity is considered indecent exposure and is usually punished by law. Overall standards of modesty vary widely around the world because of social, cultural, and contextual differences and particular situations. To show modesty, a woman's dress and behave in a way that is intended to avoid causing sexual feelings in other people. Our Honorable and Learned Supreme Court has finally defined modesty in one sentence. The essence of woman's modesty is her sex. This is the definition given by our Supreme Court. Where the charge is under section 74, previously it was 354 IPC. But the evidence of the prosecution is exaggerated, and the truth of her story has therefore to be doubted. The benefit of the doubt must be given to the accused, and it should only be convicted under section 131. 131 is punishment for assault or criminal force, otherwise than on grave provocation. That the criminal force must have been used on a woman, intending thereby to outrage her modesty. This is what our Supreme Court says in AR 2004 SC 1677. There is a suggestion from our Honorable Supreme Court. Crime against women are resultant of the state incapacity or inability to protect the fundamental rights of its citizens. As a long-term measures to curb such crime, a large social change is required. While education and awareness, such crimes can certainly be prevented if the state police machinery work it more organized and dedicated manner. The states of machinery should work in harmony with each other to safeguard the right of women in our country. Citation is AIR 2014 SC 2816. Offense of outraging modesty of a woman, what constitutes? Catching hold of hair of victim and slapping on her left cheek by accused would only amount to causing simple hurt to victim. Not a single word has been spoken by victim that accused and outraged. So second outrage or modesty. Second element of offense, intention and knowledge of outraging modesty of woman is missing. Hence, acquitted. Ultimate test for ascertaining whether the modesty has been outraged is whether the action of offender is such as could be perceived as one which is capable of shocking the sense of decency of a woman. This is the test. This is total Supreme Court citation year 2007 as to supplementary 49, 2007 CRA 2302. The word modesty of a woman is said to be the sense of shame or bashfulness that a woman feels when faced with any act that is intended. Hope you have enjoyed this video or found something new, at least in new law, and please subscribe it, like it and share it. Thank you so much for joining with us, and since a long time this is our journey for self-development, and let's continue it, and hope you will live a life of wisdom. Thank you, thank you, thank you.